Greetings, rovers, trailblazers, adventurers, explorers, whatever you want to call yourselves. So this is kind of like a small guide for those that are new to open world gachas. This is probably the second game after Genshin if you exclude Tower of Fantasy. And yeah, this is kind of my guide on how you can get more 5-star echoes. As you can see, I have quite a few. Yeah, I found some of these with my friends. And basically, you want to get your adventure rank, or rather your data bank right here. You want to get this data bank rank up to 15 at the very least, so that you can actually get 5 stars. And what is important is at data bank level 12, you will start unlocking this thing. It's called the data merge. And it is better to save echoes for data bank level 15. The reason for that is because even though you get some merges here at data bank level 12 when it's unlocked, if you get it to 15, which requires you to be account level union 30. So once you're union level 30, your soul 3 phase is phase 4, rank 4, you will be able to finally unlock data bank level 15. And this is where you can first get your 5 stars. And when you do data merges with echoes, you can finally get 5 stars as a result. But before this, like for example, I got kind of lucky here, but this is an example of that. This is my first time doing it since level 15. But yes, as you can see, you can get 5 stars merging after level 15. And after that, you can actually start collecting, and you can see that the drop rate increases. And this is how you will get your 5-star echoes from union level 30 and onwards. Now, moving on to how we should build echo, like echo resonations for resonators. And firstly, you go into your echoes tab, and for example, the spectral rover, she's really good. He or she is really good with spectral units, and you can actually see that there are multiple combinations, 12 cost maximum. So you can go for like a 4-3-2-1-1 or 3-3-3-3 or 4-4-4, right? Anything you want. You can make a combination with that. And an important point to remember is that these echoes actually have an inbuilt effect. So for example, there's a effect here that heals friendly units, and those that are 4 costs are usually those that you can use in the open world and you can transform into. An example of that is, for example, the Inferno Rider, or just call it the Ghost Rider. Like, you transform into it and you do fusion damage. The fusion damage is basically fire damage in this game, and you would want a fusion damage character as your in slot when you're using a fusion character. So for example, my Chixia is using a crit damage one. That's a really nice main stat, and she has 5-piece fusion damage. Now this is gonna increase her damage by a lot, and the way you do the filter for these echoes and build your character, for example, is to just take every echo out. Let's see. Now this character is fusion damage, again, Mortefi. You just go into the echoes, you filter Molten Rift, and some characters have different sets, like 2, 2, 1s, or just 2 or 5. And in this case, it would be easier to just build like 5 Molten Rifts, because that gives you increase in damage for fusion damage. So you can just put, like for example, that, or just slap on anything. Good main stat would be attack percent for any DPS. Like for example, this is a good main stat, attack percent. And again, the 4 cost should always go up, even if it's lower rank, because your effect from the echo actually helps in damage. It increases basic attack damage, as you can see, and it has a different effect that allows you to speed through traveling for the Ghost Rider. Now these obviously aren't as good because this deals havoc damage, and that is the echo skill of the Havoc Dread main. But because it has Molten Rift in the filter, it helps in the set. Now we can just move on to putting other units, like for example this, even though the main stat's bad, we can put 5 of these, and this is a glacial damage bonus. You can go for attack percent here. And now I have 3 costs left, right? Because I have 2 ones right here. 4, 3, 1, 1. I can have another 3. So this is where I can put another 3 cost. And they have to be unique ones. So they can't be the same ones as the previous. In terms of echo type, so like this, it gives 5. But if, let's say this is a Havoc Dread main, and I equip another Havoc Dread main right here, you can see that it doesn't go in. And when you do this card, it shows you that you've only equipped 4 unique ones. So that's kind of like the basics of how to build echoes in this game. I know that a lot of gacha players that are new to this game might not understand that feature. It's just like a small short guide on how to level up your characters and make them do more damage, make them stronger. Obviously, you don't always get the best echoes, and because we get so much tuning material from the quests and all that, you should actually upgrade some purple echoes if they have the perfect stat or if they have really good sonata effects. You should put them on your main character for now, or your main DPS and healers, because we have a lot of purple resonating cubes, and I'll give you an example of that right now. So let's say I upgrade this one to +5. That's the first point in which you can unlock a tuning. Now, tuning basically requires this. It's like a die. Now, the premier tuner is for 5-star echoes, but we have a very, very limited amount of these. And so it might be better to just upgrade some 4 costs, like 4 stars. The purple ones, obviously, when you unlock them and you put some in, let me just make this a +5. Okay, one more. And there we go, +5. And this is after I've cleared most of the story mode. As you can see, we have a lot more of these advanced tuners that are for 4-star echoes, and you should really abuse these by getting some stats, because the substats are really important, and having a 4-star echo with all substats would be better than a 5-star echo with maybe 1 substat. So yeah, you want to get more damage on your characters so that it can carry you through the game. The best way to do that is to level up your data bank level. However, if you want your characters to be really strong with the substats, you should really focus on using the die on the 4-star echoes. Again, you should be using more resources after you hit Union level 30, because before Union level 30, there are certain world bosses that do not guarantee 2 awakening materials or ascension materials for your resonators. Like for example, Chixia, she requires 3 of these. Before this, at Union level 20 to 29, there is a low chance of you getting more than 1. So it's just 1 or 2. And there's a low chance of you getting 2, but after getting to Union level 30, it's almost, I think it's guaranteed for you to get 2 resources every single time you clear it, and it costs 60 wave plates. So you should hold off on any wave plate recharges that you get from the game, and save it until at least above Union level 30 or maybe 40, because that is the best way for you to really speedrun your account, make it strong. Like the crystal solvents should be saved until you get the maximum effect or maximum benefit that you could get from the game. That's all I have for today.